Well, if you're a Barry Allen fan, James Gunn has some good news and some bad news. But I don't think the bad news is actually that bad. So I guess that's a little more good news. So the good news is overall just that Barry Allen is going to be the first Flash in the DCU. So you don't have to worry about Wally West swooping in to steal the mantle. The bad news is the timing. According to Gunn, the fastest man alive will definitely end up in the DCU, assuming it doesn't die a painful death before he gets a chance. There are no immediate plans to showcase Barry Allen, Wally West, any of the speedsters. But there is a reason for that, and based on that reason, I am actually more inclined to view this as a good thing, not a bad thing. On Threads, James Gunn said the reason Flash's DCU debut is still up in the air is because of the number one rule at DC now. No movie will be greenlit before the script is ready. And if you ask me, that is the way it should be for any studio, but especially DC. Rushing a script to meet a deadline, you don't have to be a big-time movie producer to see that that is a recipe for disaster. The DCEU's history is a prime example. Several of their movies were widely criticized for being rushed to market without a fully developed script, leading to disjointed stories and underwhelming box office performances. Take David Ayer's Suicide Squad as an example. Script was reportedly written in 6 weeks. The result was not great. The Justice League, plagued by all these last-minute rewrites, reshoots, it just didn't live up to anybody's expectations. By committing to this script-first approach, Gunn and Safran are signaling that there is a shift in priorities for the DCU. It's not just about getting out these big heroes, figuring out what stories you feel like have to be made to make the most money. Instead, it's figuring out what are the good stories we can tell. Let's tell them when we're ready to tell them. Unlike Batman vs. Superman, which tried to juggle too many plot lines because of the pressure to introduce all these characters really quickly, Gunn and company are making the movies that are ready to be made when they're ready to be made. Hence, you see a lesser-known character like Clayface has a premiere date, September 11th, 2026, before Flash has gotten the green light. That doesn't mean that Flash won't come out really soon. I mean, I don't see any way that they're going to get it out faster than 2026, but they're really focusing on quality over speed, and they're focusing on stories over what maybe you would think of as marketability if you were thinking about it in the laziest terms, like just who's the hero with the biggest fan base. Because you can have a great movie based on a hero people don't know as well, or a villain or anti-hero, whatever. If the story is great, that's what they're doing. Gunn is ensuring that each project is going to be given the time and the care that it needs to succeed. And that can be kind of frustrating, especially if you're a Flash fan. You don't want to wait forever to see him show up. At the same time, even Batman fans are waiting about 1 million years for the Batman 2 because Gunn is not rushing Reeves to put out a script. We don't want to risk a rushed project and a box office flop that could have been a huge success. That's what we need. We don't want to undermine this DCU foundation. The wait for Barry Allen may feel like bad news, but I think it's actually a promising sign of this more thoughtful, deliberate approach that Gunn has taken to building the DCU.